Hey everyone, it's Amy of Dragon's Spit Apothecary. We're here to do our oils and oracles for April 23rd. So this week I'm using the fairy cards, and if you've been with me for a while, you know what these cards, how they read. If you're new, welcome. I'm glad you're here. What we do every week is I pull some cards, we talk about them, and then I recommend essential oils to kind of support the card reading. Now, I only recommend oils that I personally use. In this case, that is doTERRA. I'm a brand loyalist, sorry, but I think they have a fantastic oil. And I'm just one that I'm not going to tell you something to try that I haven't tried myself. So if you use another kind of oil, that's fine. But if you have questions about doTERRA, I'm happy to help find what you need and can help you. Okay. So 3 cards. Again, the fairy cards are unique. So you'll see a light colored card and dark colored cards. The light colored cards reflect around things around us in our external environment. The dark colored cards refer to internal things to us. Okay. So the first card I pulled is for this weekend, and it is the card of life energy. Okay. And so this is the happy fairy of sunshine, bringing lots of life-giving energy. She reminds you to shine your light and to reveal anything in the shadows that needs to be healed. So if you think about this in terms of this weekend, I think what this card is telling us is to focus on our own power and to shine light bravely externally to the world. Let others see who we are. Let them see our real self and feel confident in that the right people will be attracted to us. Um, the oils that I recommended for this: lavender, spearmint, and jasmine. Now, lavender is a very calming oil. We all know, it supports rest, but it's also really great for nervousness. And a lot of times when you're talking about putting yourself out there, you need a little extra support in terms of just feeling like you're brave enough to do it, right? Right. Lavender is good for that. Spearmint is the oil of helping you use your voice. So you can express yourself in a kind way that isn't offensive to others, get your point across, get your needs met, but still be true to yourself and doing it in a way that's kind, right? And then jasmine is a high feminine oil, and it helps us kind of open our heart. And a lot of times when we're afraid to kind of get out there, our heart can be closed because we've had a bad experience, we've been hurt by something, and we're afraid to do it again. Well, jasmine is a very loving oil and it's very supportive in that respect. Okay. So this weekend, go shine your light and put yourself bravely out there. Okay, the next card is the card of motivation. You see, that's kind of a darker card, so it's going to talk about us internally and our internal motivation. So this card says, when spring approaches, which I don't know about you, but it's been spring in my area for a while. When spring approaches, the flower fairies urge you to spring into action. If there's something you've been merely thinking about doing, they say get busy and do it. So next week, what I think this card is telling us is it's time to act on our dreams and get some action going around them. If there's something you've been thinking about doing for a long time, maybe a dream you've had your eyes on, it's time to take some credit for it and put some things in motion, take the baby step, even if you have to get it started. Okay. You don't know what's going to happen unless you do it. So the oils that I put with this one: black pepper, motivate, and elevate. Now, if you've been with me a while, I usually say motivate and elevate together because those two doTERRA blends actually work really well together. Elevate is really good at helping rise our attention forward, right? Look ahead, look at the bigger picture of things. Motivate obviously is an uplifting, energizing oil that helps us put motion to what we're doing. Now, black pepper, believe it or not, is a very cool oil to use in terms of creating clarity and bringing about the plan that we need to move something forward. So if you think about it in terms of a dream, something that you've always wanted to do, say, for instance, you want to start your own business. Well, black pepper is kind of a helpful oil to use in that process of setting the strategy, how you're going to do it, where you're going to start, what you need, personally what you need to develop on to make it happen. Okay. Black pepper is really good at that kind of stuff. So anyway, that's what we need for next week. Okay. The third card we got was the card of abundance. You see, this is kind of a little bit of a lighter card. So it's talking about the external factor around us, which you would think abundance typically would mean that. And it says, prepare yourself for incoming abundance. Release any mental blocks you may have. Fairyland and human land, there is enough abundance for everyone. So if you think about, releasing your power into the world, right? Being brave and taking that first step to act on a dream, it is only natural to feel a little deflated when you start hearing no or not interested. Well, that can be deflating, right? And you may think, well, this was a silly idea. No one's interested. And you start having these kind of scarcity type thoughts. Okay. This card is telling us to release those blocks and limits, right? Let go of those limiting beliefs of what might not happen, or, the no's that you're receiving, and look for what's going to happen next. Okay. What could happen? Receive what's next freely and use it as an opportunity to build the momentum you need to proceed further. So I put 3 oils with this one: Copaiba, Cassia, and Wild Orange. Now, Copaiba, for all my CBD users out there, I love Copaiba instead. And let me tell you why. Not only is it a lot less expensive, but it really works. There's been a lot of scientific studies around Copaiba compared to CBDs. And Copaiba actually has longer term effects that work in healing your cells, not just coating them to temporarily give you relief. Okay, so it's actually trying to heal them inside out. And when you're talking about letting go of limiting beliefs, a lot of times we carry that in our body and it comes out as inflammation and pain. Copaiba is really helpful at that. Cassia, oh, this is a great oil. So some of you may recognize that as a cinnamon relative, but Cassia is actually really good at linking our mind and our heart. Okay, because a lot of times we can get trapped in our own mind and overthinking things and thinking in the worst and going into what if scenarios, right? So Cassia really helps us bring back alignment to that, keep it in check. And that's really important when you're facing kind of some potential danger around thinking there's not enough to go around. Okay. Wild Orange is a playful oil. It's super fun to use, but it is good for that energy and that detoxification that sometimes we just need to wash it out, get it out of our system, and then move forward. Okay. So there you go. That is our reading for April 23rd. If you guys love it, subscribe to the channel, leave me a like here. If you have questions, you can leave them here too in the comments, or reach out to me at dragonspinapothecary.com and use that live chat. All right, guys, we will see you. We've got a full moon coming up in a couple days. So I'm going to do a reading on that, so you don't want to miss it. Okay. Talk to you soon.